Now to a Target 12 investigators exclusive Fall River fallout.
We've obtained video from the center of a police abuse of power case in Fall River. An officer is facing multiple criminal counts, accused of assaulting 4 people in the city, including the man you see in this video. The incident is one of several black eyes on the department in recent years and has resulted in criminal cases being tossed out of court. Good evening, I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now in studio with the exclusive details.
In just over a year, at least 9 officers at the Fall River Police Department have fallen under scrutiny. 2 have resigned and 1 is currently going through termination hearings. Another could go to jail. This video, obtained by Target 12, is at the center of a police assault case in Fall River. You can see Officer Michael Pessoa approaching a man outside an apartment complex in February 2019. Prosecutors say Pessoa punches the person to the head before wrestling him to the ground. In a police report of the incident, Officer Pessoa wrote he took the suspect down via armbar. But prosecutors claim he falsified the police report to cover for his actions. Today, Pessoa is facing 15 criminal offenses, accused of falsifying police reports and beating suspects.
I think the department as a whole has taken a hit with their credibility.
The fallout from the Pessoa investigation continues to cast a shadow over the department. Sarah Emery is a defense attorney who recently convinced a judge to toss out a drunk driving case against one of her clients because prosecutors wouldn't hand over discovery about another officer named Silvia and a police report he wrote that raises questions about the Pessoa abuse of power cases. Prosecutors are fighting the dismissal, saying Emery's claims are inaccurate according to a court filing.
To not be able to trust for the most part what's going on is kind of unfortunate.
According to a police report and grand jury testimony obtained by Target 12, Silvia was the arresting officer at a different encounter involving a resident in March 2018. Officer Pessoa responded to that scene, and prosecutors say he assaulted and beat the civilian suspect. The incident was caught on 2 cameras, and then Captain, now Chief, Jeffrey Cardoza later testified before a grand jury, saying what happened on the camera did not match what was written in Officer Silvia's police report. A prosecutor asks, "Did you see that on the video, sir?" Cardoza responds, "I did not." This on top of another high-profile issue. Former detective Joshua Robillard was suspended for 25 days this fall after a staggering amount of undocumented illegal drugs, including cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl, were found inside his desk and safes around it.
We're not talking about one small bag. We're talking about multiple packages.
The Bristol County District Attorney's Office estimates a number of drug cases potentially affected by the improper handling of evidence now totals more than 70 cases.
A lot of cases are going to be tanked, but at the same time, that deters the bad behavior in the future.
The scandal is already impacting cases. In one example, a judge released a defendant from prison who was awaiting trial, writing, "Information seriously undermining the Commonwealth's ability to prove their case has come to the attention of the court."
The police are supposed to be the ones doing the right thing. And if they are not, then the whole system it doesn't work the way that it should.
In a statement, an attorney for Officer Pessoa tells Target 12 the Fall River Police Department turned its back on an 18-year veteran of the force, and Pessoa is being used as a scapegoat. He says the subject in this video threatened police officers with violence, adding, accordingly, the actions by Mr. Pessoa were justified and appropriate. Mr. Pessoa is looking forward to the trial on these matters, and we are confident he will be vindicated. Chief Cardoza declined to be interviewed for this report, citing the ongoing criminal investigation into Officer Pessoa. But what does Mayor Paul Coogan think about all this? I sat down with him and will bring you what he said, new at 6. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.
First, new details in a Target 12 investigators exclusive Fall River fallout. We're hearing from the city's mayor, Paul Coogan, about our findings into the Fall River Police Department.
At 5, we brought you this surveillance video at the center of a police abuse of power case and the multiple scandals that have rocked the department in recent years. Mayor Coogan tells us the city is in the process of turning the department around.
Target 12 investigator Tim White sat down with the mayor and is here now with the exclusive details.
At least 9 police officers from those multiple scandals have come under the microscope, and dozens of criminal cases pending in the courts are now in jeopardy. This video obtained by Target 12 is evidence in a criminal case against Fall River police officer Michael Pessoa. Prosecutors say it shows Pessoa punching a man outside a Fall River apartment complex in 2019. Pessoa was indicted on 15 counts, accused of assaulting 4 men in 4 separate incidents, then allegedly falsifying police reports to cover up his actions. 3 other officers were also accused of filing false reports on Pessoa's behalf. 2 resigned, and the department is attempting to terminate the third. In 2020, a Target 12 undercover investigation revealed the then police chief, Albert Dupere, drinking with other officers at a local pub during the day for several hours and driving a department vehicle. He stepped down to deputy chief after Target 12 showed him the video. And this year, Detective Joshua Robillard was suspended for 25 days and transferred from the Vice Unit after an alarming amount of undocumented heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl was found in and around his desk. People might be looking at the situation at your department and be asking the question of what is going on over there. What do you tell them?
I tell them we're in the process of cleaning it up. Those things that you're talking about, Tim, all negatives are being brought forward to be addressed.
Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan says the city brought in former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis to assess the department. Davis focused heavily on issues tied to the union contract. And Coogan appointed a new chief, Jeffrey Cardozo, who was the lead investigator on the Pessoa case.
I know that when you have a department like that, you do have some bad actors and some people get themselves into positions that they shouldn't be. But to clean that up in a year and a half or 2 years is near impossible.
In the case of Robillard and the drug evidence, the Bristol County District Attorney's Office says they have so far identified 70 cases that could be impacted by the scandal.
Now, I am very concerned when cases are thrown away because of somebody neglected to do what they were supposed to do. But I am confident that going forward, those things are being addressed as they come up.
Target 12 has learned Robillard did not appear at 2 court hearings in cases he was the detective on. One case was dismissed. Robillard, who was reassigned from the Vice Squad to the booking room at the department, is now out of work on injured on duty status. A spokesperson tells Target 12 he was told Robillard sustained an injury while manipulating a door to one of the cells.
I'm very confident in the police department. As I said, I think there's a real good, strong core group of guys that are going to carry that department for the next 20 years, long after I'm gone.
A lawyer for Michael Pessoa, the officer charged in the police abuse case, tells me his client is being used as a scapegoat, saying his indictments are nothing more than a political stunt for which a public servant has been wrongly crucified. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, 12 News.